I analyzed over 30 digital templates that are currently making over £1,300 every single month. And I selected my top picks to create and sell in 2026. If you are planning to start selling your own templates but you haven't picked an idea yet, I also decided to share an exclusive workbook that I only share with my academy students, where you can find over 77 template ideas that you can create and sell. And it's also where you can take notes and develop your next template idea. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started, because I personally researched these template ideas that are currently selling right now to inspire you and to help you identify what do they have in common and what's making them bestsellers. But that doesn't mean that you should go and just copy what they're already doing, because, by the way, that doesn't work. This is an opportunity for you to put your researcher hat on and try to spot what are the patterns, what do they have in common, why these templates are selling so well, why are they getting so many reviews, and that's what we're going to do together in this video. Throughout the video, I'm going to be sharing some patterns that I've identified that all of them have in common, but if you spot anything else, just make sure you leave them in the comments. Okay, so the first digital template that is making over $1,000 a month is this Notion planner. So let's first analyze how much is it making. This is how much it made last month, so over £1,300. And we can also see over the last 3 months, it made over £4,000. So not bad, especially for a Notion template that you only need to create once, is doing really well. Here you can see the tags that this seller is working, and that's the average monthly revenue for this template. This is an all-in-one Notion template. You can see is a bestseller. We can see it includes like quite a lot of things. That's how she's positioning the ultimate Notion template. She also has different pages, different sections. One of the reasons why this template is selling really well is, first of all, because it saves time and also it skips the learning curve. So someone that is using a template like this doesn't necessarily need to know a lot about Notion because it's all laid out for them. It's also an all-in-one, is proven and tested. And it also has a lot of reviews. So you can see here there are tons of reviews, especially for this template. And a lot of the reviews say about how easy it is to use. And usually that's a very common objection when it comes to selling Notion templates, because it can be a little bit overwhelming. But when people are saying, hey, this is actually easy to use, it just lowers that barrier and helps people to say yes to buy the template. One thing to note here is that people don't buy templates. They're actually buying time, clarity, confidence in a shortcut to help them achieve their goals. So whenever you are positioning your template on Etsy or on your website, link to a specific benefit, not just a template. The next idea here is a budget tracker made in Google Sheet. This helps people to take control of their finances, track their spending, their net worth, their debt. The reason why this template is selling really well is because it has a lot of features, it has a lot of automations, it's also easy to use, it has a lot of social proof, and a lot of people are saying about the support that the seller provides as well. Okay, so let's analyze why this Google Sheet is selling so well. Let's first analyze it. And this is how much this template made just last month. So we can see it made over £3,000. And we can see over the past 3 months, it made £13,000. So that is crazy. This is a product that this seller has to create once and is reselling over and over again. And we can see the demand here is also quite high. 40 people bought this in the past 24 hours. So that tells you there is a lot of demand to this niche. So what helps people say yes to, like, don't overthink and buy it? A lot of trust signals, because what happens is when someone is trying to buy something online, especially from someone that they don't know, their brain is looking for evidence that they are safe. It's looking for, okay, can I trust this seller? Can I trust this shop? And you can see here, when you come here, there are so many trust signals, the bestseller badge, the star seller badge. There are over 40 people that bought it before. The images, they look very professional. The reviews, a lot of people saying that it's easy to use, that the seller provides a lot of customer service, and that all makes a difference. And it's a combo. It's all of those things together that helped this template do so well. The pricing as well is an important factor, because when you think about, okay, I get all this for only £9. This is automated. This is customizable. It's going to work for me. It's so much easier for someone to make a decision and buy it. The next template that is doing really well is in a very specific niche: ADHD executive functioning worksheets. This is a bundle for empowering tools for people that have ADHD, and to help them enhance their executive functioning skills. And you're going to see this is a very specific niche, but it is still doing really well. And one of the reasons why this is selling so well is because of all these points that I note here. The first thing is credibility. So when go and see this specific listing, the first thing that you see is that it is made by a therapist. So it gives you like instant credibility. This is someone that is certified to teach this, that has experience. This is already adds a lot of like trust. We can also see a lot of trust signals here as well. This is a bundle, so this is not just one worksheet, and these are the items that are included in this specific ADHD worksheet bundle. It has over 200 items. So this is a way as well to enhance the perception of value. You are adding more things, not just like one worksheet, not just like 20, you're adding 200. So if you have a lot of products, you can bundle them all together. And you can see she has a very clear niche. This is not for everyone. This is for people that are struggling with ADHD. But one thing that is interesting is that if we go down to her description, she's saying who can benefit from this. It's not just for people with ADHD. This is also for parents that want to support their children, for educators, therapists, and for people that need help with ADHD. So even though she has a clear niche, she's not just niching down for people with ADHD. She's targeting a bigger market. The next on our list is a social media planner. This is an all-in-one Notion planner for content creation. So that includes auditing, managing social media content across many platforms, and is designed for creators. Again, not for everyone, for creators who want more structure, efficiency, and more like structure on their content creation process. This is again a bestseller, and I found this review. Again, reviews are they are a gold mine, basically. You can literally read through the reviews and you can find not only why people are loving the template and the product, but you can also find opportunities. I'm going to show that in a minute. But one of the reasons why this template is selling so well is, again, a lot of trust signals: bestseller, star seller, instant trust and authority. It's also a multi-platform workflow typo here. And also it has this emotional appeal, because not everything is rational. We also make buying decisions because we want to, because we want things pretty, because we want something that is going to make us feel calm. Okay, so let's have a look on this listing. Again, bestseller, trust signals, a lot of reviews, which I highly recommend you go and have a look and see what people are loving it, so you can learn from what's already working. They are a really like aesthetic and appealing. It has a platform workflow and everything. So let's analyze this listing here. Last month, this listing made just a little over £1,400. pounds, and over the past 3 months, it made over 4,000 pounds. So it's doing quite well. And just a quickly shameless ad here, if you are interested in selling your own templates, I do have a program called the Passive Income Academy where I documented everything that I've done and that I help my students with to launch their template shops. So you can start going through phase one, finding your niche, discovering like what is the offer that is going to be irresistible, how to craft your template, how to market, and you also get PLR templates that you can just customize them. And I teach you exactly how you can use them, how you can customize them, and how you can make them unique. So you don't have to start from scratch. So for example, let's say you want to create a finance tracker. You don't have to start from zero. You can literally work on this database. You can tweak, you can change the design, and you can resell that. So if you are interested in joining the academy in the next round, you can join the wait list. The link is going to be in the description. You also get the intro of one of my brand new courses, which is all about how to start your YouTube channel and how to sell your digital products on YouTube. So you get all that as well inside the academy. And I hope I see you inside. Next on our list, we have a all-in-one business planner where you can organize goals, revenue, tracking, offers, campaigns, tasks, client work in one system. And again, that is made in Notion. So this is designed for service providers, coaches, and course creators. So you're going to see this is very specific. And the reason why this specific template is selling so well as well is one of the things that we're going to talk about is the thumbnails. This is one of the most important things, especially if you are selling in a marketplace, because it's going to be the first thing people are going to see. So it needs to be like eye-catching. And one specific thing that I found different on this shop is that she is actively promoting her templates on TikTok. She's not relying just on Etsy to bring her sales. So you can see one of her recent testimonials, like reviews, said, I found this planner on TikTok and I'm so glad I did. I love it. Okay, now let's have a look why this listing is performing so well. Well, you can see the thumbnails are beautiful. They are really well branded. The video, it's actually showing the template being used. This is something that I teach my students as well. Instead of just leaving the template blank without anything, try to add examples like that your ideal customer will relate with. Let's have a look on the sales. This template made £1,500 last month. And in the past 3 months, nearly £3,000. So really good, considering it's not very old. It's only 7 months old. And here you can see what I was saying. And also I bought a template from this shop as well years ago in 2023. Why? Because even though I know how to create a template, I was landing a lot of one-to-one clients, and I didn't have the time to create the template myself. And I bought this template and it was really, really helpful. I highly recommend. I left a review. Last but not least, we have these PLR bundles that are all over the place on Etsy now. This is a mega bundle of Canva templates, planners, journals, trackers, and they are usually sold as PLR or MRR. So buyers can not just use it for themselves, they can also rebrand it and resell. Okay, so let's quickly analyze this one. Last month, it made just a little bit over £1,000. And in the last 3 months, it nearly made nearly £3,000. So it's on average like £1,000 a month. And is a bestseller. It's currently a bestseller. It has a lot of printables, Canva templates, and they all have this commercial license. But one thing to keep in mind here, even though, yes, the numbers look great, it's selling well, I do have like a little bit of a warning for this kind of product because it's just something to watch out if you are planning to sell something like this, because Etsy is getting oversaturated with these kind of products, because what happens is everyone buys these like $2, $3 bundle that has all these templates that everyone can resell as it is going to get oversaturated because people are going to sell the same exact product. If you want to go down that route, that's fine. But what I would advise is to go niche and expert led instead. So let's say if you are an expert on YouTube, if you are a YouTube coach, instead of selling these like bundle with everything, create your PLR products in a specific niche, in your expertise, with your skills. Because if you scroll down, you can see here a lot of people are selling very, very similar. They are basically the same. They're probably just switching the covers, but the designs, they are basically like the same style. And people are selling this one like not even £1. So the price, the tendency is just the price tends to go down unless you go specific and niched. If you've been dreaming about selling digital products and the idea of having your own template shop really excites you, and maybe you have Notion templates that you could sell, Canva templates, all these ideas, but you just feel completely overwhelmed, like what do I do now? In the Passive Income Academy, I lay out the step-by-step exactly how to do it and how to make your first sales faster. And that's a proven process that not only worked just for me, but also for so many of my students, and they are now making consistent sales, going above and beyond just selling on Etsy. So if you want to be notified the next time that I open doors to the Academy or run a sale, just make sure you join the waitlist to be the first to know, because every time I launch, I always have a new bonus, a sale, or something going on. So just make sure you are on our waitlist. If you enjoyed this video, you might like this video as well. So don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!